It's your boy Rado Rizzo, and I'm reacting to a video what's going on with Halle Bailey and DDG. It's a wild thing that's going on. I kind of want to cover it. Give my input on what I think is all going on. It's not facts, it's just my opinion. But let's jump into the video right now.
2025 has just not been a good year for that man DDG. We done seen him getting so much controversy in just these 6 months. And in the past few, he's basically been fighting for custody over his son. His baby mama Halle Bailey came out accusing him of putting hands on.
You know what? I thought her name was Halle Bailey. It's Halle Bailey. So, yeah. Continue with the video.
And in real time, we seen this case develop. It went from her accusing him of things to him accusing her of things, being mentally unstable, saying she pulled a knife on him. Just listen to what's going on, because these text messages that came out today and the story that came out today is a little crazy.
Uh-oh.
Now, if you don't know, DDG, this rapper turned YouTuber turned streamer. And he has this huge face on the streamer side of the internet. And along this journey,
you know what? What I didn't, I watched a little bit of DDG when he was on YouTube way back in the day when he was in college. What I didn't respect about DDG is the fact that how he left YouTube. Because initially I wanted to be a YouTuber. The way he kind of in a way disrespected like YouTube once he got a leg out, it rubbed me wrong. So when he came back for us like being a streamer, you didn't have welcome arms to me. I was like, okay, you blah, 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 I'm a rapper now. I'll never be a YouTuber. You kind of disowned YouTube or content and when you left and went to do hip hop. So if you're going to be on that side, in my opinion, stay on that side. That's how I see it. But, yeah.
You know, Disney actor, Disney star, got ties to Beyonce and Jay-Z. And when these two first got...
Hey, low key, they talking about Disney stars. Look at what happened to Zegler girl. What's her name? Zoe Zegler. Look what happened to her. Just because you a Disney star don't mean you safe out here, for real. Just because you put on a little princess dress and play a Disney movie do not mean you're innocent. Just saying, putting that out there.
People had their problems with the idea of that. They didn't like her being with this YouTuber, and people was open about it. And as the years would go on, that feeling would get worse, especially after they had their son. They had this kid, and they would both post about him online, talk about him online, and we would see things really kind of take a weird turn in the relationship back in October of last year. Her and DDG would break up, right? And
ain't nobody business.
They would both constantly have their son on the media, on the platforms, like all of that. And there's one
low key, I kind of know a little bit about this. She seems a little bit controlling. Like, DDG don't tell you when to shoot movies, does he? So why you telling him when to stream? Because that's his income. He's not a movie star. So you can't have it all, bro. You can't have it. You can't have a cat with money that don't work all the time. Women don't understand that. To get a lot of money, you have to work all the time. He can't be your handbag, Halle or Haley, whatever your name is. He can't be your handbag, bro. Because then you'll call him a bum. So what do you want? For real.
DDG brought their son on stream with Casanet, and she didn't like this.
Why?
She would get on Twitter publicly criticizing DDG.
L ad, bro. L ad.
She said this: "Hi everyone, just so you know, I'm out of town and I don't approve of my baby being on the stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I'm extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I'm his mother and protector and saddened." But
you take pictures of him and post it in front of millions of people. So what's the big deal? Like, I don't see what the big deal is. My son back there, he chilling. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that big of a deal, bro. She just wants control, bro.
That I wasn't notified, especially when I'm out of town. As a woman experiencing severe postpartum, there are boundaries to be respected.
Here they go.
Nobody knows what someone is going through until they snap. And so she would tweet this out, and the internet started going
and
crazy.
She said that pre-hand because she knew she want to give herself an excuse. I'm having postpartum, so that's an excuse for any bad behavior I have. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Somebody being dyslexic, I mean, not dyslexic, somebody being bipolar is not an excuse for them to crash out and shoot somebody. It's not. You just want an excuse. You just want to act how you want to act and be able to use an excuse, bro. Like it's a get out of jail free card. No, it's not. You're an adult. Control your emotions, bro. For real. I don't care what nobody say.
crazy. I mean, she was getting backlash. And I mean, it makes sense. She posts her son all the time. What's wrong with DDG having him on the street?
Exactly.
Thing. And the backlash was getting so intense that she deactivated all of her social medias. Then would turn around, reactivate them, and would basically apologize, saying that, look, I was tripping. She would get on Twitter and say, yesterday, maybe I did overreact and shouldn't have brought it here. I know that Halo was always safe with his dad. And
that's what I'm saying.
Finding out what the rest of the world, what my baby is doing. Thank you, Kyle, for the gifts. But even though this came and went, it kind of set the table for these problems to come back. And people were saying it. People online was like, this is not good. And when 2025 came around, we would see exactly that happen. So 2025 came around. DDG streaming a lot. He ain't his streaming bag. And at the time, people
DDG trying to pay them bills, because you know what DDG realized? DDG can't make a rap career. That's what DDG realized. And I understand. I respect you, get your bag. But she got to understand that the music thing did not work out for DDG, bro. It did not work out. Maybe not right now. Maybe he needs to get that streaming bag, and then he could catapult his music career. But it did not work. He need to team up with a Black Boy Max. He want to get on the music scene. That's all I'm saying. For a streamer.
Know that they were going through any more problems until around March. Now, this was when everything would change for DDG and Holly. In March, he would come online basically saying, look, I can't see my son. He was accusing Holly of holding his son from him, and he would get on Twitter and say this.
Hey, sound like a bitter baby mama to me, dog. That's what it sound like to me. And people go through it every day, so, you know, tough. It's tough, but that's how life goes, bro.
For months now. Shout out to all the dads who try their best to be there. This sucks. Then he would get on stream and explain his situation.
See, she don't like that. She don't like that he got somebody watching him at all times, and people who are not gonna be on her side, because she likes to play this princess role. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, y'all? It's not clickbait. Nah, I don't even like. Y'all know I like doing like skits and like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life, but I feel like I have to, and it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting, you know, when it comes to me just wanting to just be a dad. Y'all know how much like I love Halo. It's literally the best thing that ever happened to me.
And that's what she need to understand. He went from a daily like vlogger almost to, you know, being a rapper, but he, in a way, he lost what he truly loved. In a way, he truly did love content for us, like daily, day to day. This is what I'm doing, because when he started in college, that's kind of what the whole situation was. And now he's getting back to that, so you got to expect that he's going to speak on situations involving his child. You know what I'm saying? She got to understand that this is like his diary. His YouTube is like his diary. His streaming is like his diary, and that's the way he is.
And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't have no type of like.
You done?
It hurt, bro. Like I don't have no type of say so. This make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like I don't care if this make me look childish, if I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever the I don't care, bro. Like I don't care what nobody thinks.
Yeah.
I literally just want to be in my son's life.
I understand it.
He has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply didn't
Come
know
on,
where to
better
get
help.
started. I didn't know how to find my.
And for 2 months, we wouldn't get an update on this until a few days in the making. I mean, this came out of nowhere. An insane case got through on DDG. Holly came out saying, look, DDG been putting his hands on me. That's why I didn't let him see my kid. This one TMZ.
Whoa, look. I'm not going to let this slide by, cuz. But how come every man that's famous is an abuser? Y'all can't keep doing this, bro. That's just like everybody that's famous sold they soul. No, it's not. Not every man that's famous is an abuser. That is a woman's trump card. The girls are doing it to Zion. They did it to Shannon Sharp. They did it to what's his name? Johnny Depp. Every time a woman can't beat you, you guess what they do? oh, I was abused. Not saying that they aren't abused. But not every woman is abused, bruh. Not every woman is abused, bruh. You know, the last person to want to put their hands on you is somebody that got something to lose. Stop using the excuse. And I know I'm going to get flamed for it, but it is an excuse. Some women use it as an excuse. I want to say out of 40% of women that claim they were abused were not abused. It's a bad. If they're trying to grab the bag, it's a cash grab. I don't care. Because you got desperate. Either you're mad at him, you know you can't beat him, you don't like his new girlfriend, you gonna lie and say he abused you. Stop doing it. Because you're ruining it for the people who really was abused, bruh. For real. Where's your honor, bruh? Why are you lying? Women be the first one to put their hands on you, bruh. And you try to block yourself and you accidentally hit them trying to block yourself and now you beat her up. Get out of here, bruh. For real.
Holly Bailey says she had enough of DDG allegedly hitting her. She filed a police report and now she wants court order protection from the father of her child. In docs filed Tuesday in LA, she claims that things got fixed.
She trying to hide the fact that she want to control the baby. She want to control him through the baby. So guess how you gonna do that? Oh, he hit me. That's why I just put on her. No, he hit me. It's not true. You lying. And they need to start putting women in jail for that. Because you risking these people's career. You risking money in these boys' pockets. Jonathan Majors. You risk the role, bro. They risk that man's role. Guilty or not. Even if he is guilty. If he is guilty, he deserves it. If he's not, why did you? They never come out and say he wasn't guilty. They never champion how unguilty he was. They only champion how guilty he is before any evidence. And that needs to change in the world, man. For real.
Holly claims DDG came over to pick up their son and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was putting Halo into the car, she claims DDG got mad and told her to get out of my car. She says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving him in such an agitated state. And that's when they allegedly started wrestling. She said DDG was pulling her hair, slamming her face on the steering wheel and chipping her tooth. It was looking bad. She was accusing DDG of all of this and said this wasn't thing. This is something that done happened back to back to back. She said in March, back when DDG first announced everything, saying he couldn't see his child, he did some crazy shit. She claims that he was allegedly creeping around her house and that he snuck in the crib with no permission and went in her room taking pictures of cute.
Now I know guys that have some guys do this, but not every guy do this. Stop using this card, bro.
Using her cheat. But not only that, she would post messages with her and DDG, but this is what TMZ also wrote. 4 days later, she claims things really exploded when he came to her house. Holly told him she and the baby were sick, and she didn't want Halo to leave home. She claims that's when DDG got, quote unquote, verbally smashed her ring camera and ran away.
Break him to me, Taylor. I'll hold him for a little bit. Huh? Give me a second. I gotta get my son, y'all. I'll be done in 10 minutes, so 15 minutes. Then you can get back on. What? Is a walker? The game, too. I was gonna take care of when I'm done. I just want to do this quick little video. And then I'm gonna be done. And I'm gonna let you play. That's why I didn't want to play it. I want you to be able to have fun. Sorry, chat. Dad duties, bro. And I ain't editing it out either. It's raw and uncut. That's what we do, baby. It's raw and uncut, baby. Let's do it.
With Holly's phone. TMZ also wrote, as she drove off, she claims that DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled at her to go get it, bitch.
See, that is so. I'm gonna tell you something. A thing that happened to me in high school. Not gonna name drop who the lady was. But I remember being in high school, a girl getting mad at me that I wouldn't let her go on my phone, and she threw my phone, old iPhone 4, hit me in my ribs. I said, okay. I left the phone at the house to the point where she hit my brother up on Facebook and gave him my phone because I was done. I'm done with you. Once you act like you want to put your hands on me, I know how far you will take it. I know you'll put your hands on me and I'll defend myself by trying to get you off me, and then I'll probably end up hurting you somehow, and then you're gonna go to the police. So it ain't even worth it. I just remove myself out of the situation. And that's what I feel like what happened right here. He's trying to get out of a dangerous situation because he know how he gonna look. And now she blamed him for it. You know what I'm saying? You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Type of situation.
The incident prompted Holly to file a police report, and she says she also has the Ring camera footage to back up her side of the story. And so she accusing him of this. And then remember when I said he allegedly snuck in her room and snuck in the house? She would post messages with her and DDG from around that time. Basically, DDG was mad because rumors came out that she was messing around with Brent Fayez. DDG would text her.
Do you need a free and easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC.
Turn say, you think you hurting my feelings when you really just ruining your own image.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because she does have this Disney princess look, and now you out here running around with all these different guys. How does that make you look to the world? You're not no Zendaya. You're not no Zendaya. You gonna ruin your name because of this. You should try to keep things low key if you know you want to be a little freak. You know what I'm saying? Just not saying she is, but if you want to do freaky stuff, don't take Disney roles, bro, because you're gonna get crucified. I'm just saying.
Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation, happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same time. So he was mad about her allegedly messing around with Brent Fayez. And then Holly told all this to the judge, and the judge listened. The judge was like, I feel like what Holly's saying true. So the judge granted her a DV restraining order.
Messed up, bro.
DDG need to stay 100 yards away at all time, but not only did the judge give her permission for that, the judge also gave her permission to take their kid Halo to Italy, where she was filming a movie for 2 months. So it's looking bad for DDG. Getting accused of
what's going on right now? I think that movie gonna flop. Just saying. There's a lot going on right now around her name. So, Hallie or Haley, I don't know how to say your name. Whatever. How do you say your name? Haley Bailey. However you call your name. You're not in the clear right now. You about to get Meg the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Just say it.
Putting your hands on a baby mama. Then she getting a restraining order through on you. It was looking terrible. And when this happened, DDG didn't get a notice. His reaction to this restraining order happened live on stream because he found out when the world found out. And Holly's reasoning for this was she felt like if she would have told DDG what was going on, that she was finna get this restraining order through on him, she felt like he might have crashed out or he might have did something.
All right, I'm looking at her story now. What?
That's crazy.
Oh. Don't even. That can't even be real. But that can't even be real.
Bro, shocked.
Don't even. You remember we talked
Bro is shocked and all. That's crazy.
last night.
Yep.
Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
Even, but I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here.
Don't even make no.
Back. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false shit to ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him.
Messed up. W.A. to Ross, bro. Hey, W.A. to Ross, man. I know he on Kick. I don't agree with Kick like that. Unless you want to give me a contract, then I agree with everything you say. You know what I'm saying? But W.A. to Ross, bro. A GOAT in the content world.
Internet split in half. I mean, we had one half that was like, I don't think DDG did it. And then we had another half saying, oh yeah, DDG did that. We don't mess with DDG. I mean, even Soulja Boy, all people, was snapping on DDG.
Here go Soulja.
Double, we gonna strip that pussy, you fat. I catch you, we gonna strip you down to your boxes, you fat. We gonna make
Soulja Boy, no well, he'll take it however, so disrespect if you want it, cause I'm just being real. Soulja Boy just look at something else to make him hot, bro. Because he ain't been talked about for a while. That's how he makes his money, being talked about. So that's why he jumping in this. I'm just letting y'all know. He ain't got no real relationship with Haley Bailey, whatever her name is, Hallie.
walk down Hollywood butt naked, nigga. You fat piece of you fat. Y'all better hope, nigga, by the time I get off tour, y'all ain't gone. I'm pushing up to y'all crib, nigga. Dub, you a bitch. You stay getting robbed. You stay getting extorted. DDG, you a hoe. Holly don't want you. Son don't want to see you. You a bitch. I don't beat your ass when I see you. And can't nothing stop you. Ain't nothing save you. You a call Ada Ross. Tell him put us in the ring. I got 10 million cash. You cannot.
And that's what that's all about. What did I just say? He's about money, bro. And he knows how to, like, he's one of the OGs and the kings of the internet, Soulja Boy. I will say that regardless of what y'all take from this, he is a king of content. And he always wanted to parry things back to him being able to get clout on something. You know what I'm saying? And I think DDG would smoke him in the boxing ring, just being real. I put what little money I do have. I ain't got a whole lot of money, but I put what little money I do have that DDG will beat the brakes off him. And I'm not even a DDG fan. I don't even really like DDG like that. But DDG will beat the brakes off Soulja Boy.
See me from the shoulders up. You gonna die. You was born a. You ain't never been in the streets. You ain't never shot nobody. You ain't.
Being in the streets don't mean you tough, bro. I promise you. It don't mean you tough. A lot of street cats be the softest cats you ever meet. You know why? Because they got to run in a pack. They got to run in a pack to move around. Some of them be the softest. Not saying all of them, but ones like this one right here. You want to run with a pack. You want to stick to something. Because alone, you're nothing. You're a scared little coyote. That's what you are. But back to the video.
I never sold no dope. I done shot. Nigga, you want to get shot?
That doesn't mean anything, bro. They don't make you tough, bro. Shoot nobody don't make you tough, bro.
Intelligent.
Standing on business without a gun makes you tough. You standing on business with a gun, that's a whole different. Oh, you just only got because you got one leg up. Would you act tough if a Morg had a gun and you didn't have one? You probably wouldn't. So cut it out, Soulja.
And so all of this came out. DDG got this restraining order put on him, and you know, he kept his life going. He would go do this Streamer University. If y'all remember Costing Streamer University,
W Streamer University.
DDG was going viral every day during this.
Facts. You know what? With that being said, let me say shout out to DDG, bro. He made a buttload of money at Streamer University. Though I don't support him, I do hope he makes a lot of money to take care of his son. Because me, myself, sir, I'm sorry. I bumped his head. I'm sorry, man. I have a son myself. And us fathers, we have to raise our sons, you know what I'm saying, to be mean.
As a moment to get a better light in the public. Because while he was there, all of these female content creators that were at Streamer University would start dropping these videos saying how good of a man DDG was.
He is.
He was.
He all right.
He had these.
The thing I don't like about DDG ain't nothing about him, his personality. It's about the way he went about YouTube and music and treating that whole career with YouTube. That's all it is.
Speaking good for him, putting out a good word for DDG. And when this happened, Twitter was mad. It was like, nigga, you being weird. Like you got these girls on here supporting you to make you look better because we know what you did. That's how the internet was feeling. That's how Twitter was feeling. It was a real lot of mixed reviews on this situation. So we had all of this going on. We had people looking at DDG crazy. Then just to make everything worse for DDG, he would get into a fight at DreamCon. More his brother, but it still had something to do with him. He was looking crazy. This fight made it all worse. Basically, DDG out at DreamCon, this YouTuber convention, and
is that Storm?
Yeah.
A fan will walk up to DDG and call the nigga doodle garbage. This is an internet meme.
Shout out to Illuminati. Big shout out to King So. That's funny, bro.
Something that people make fun of DDG and say. But this time, DDG brother, Doug, crashed out. I mean, he tossed dude. He started putting the beats on him. And to be honest, I do get it. Y'all niggas know, bro, the internet got these people thinking they could just be disrespectful with no consequences. People be forgetting that the internet is the internet and not real life. Niggas can get online and make fun of somebody all day.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean this same person just gonna let you make fun of them to their face.
Facts.
So, am I saying they should have put?
With that being said, just because you know somebody on the internet or you watch their content, do not try them in real life, bro, because you don't know them. That goes for anybody. Give people privacy, give people respect, bro. That's all I'm saying. They not zoo animals, you feel me?
Nah, am I saying they're 100% wrong for putting hands on them? Nah, because you did openly disrespect this man to his face. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen, but
facts.
He was trying to clip for him. The nigga was trying, you know what I mean, get a little bit of attention off DDG.
Got the brakes beat off of him.
Oh, doodle garbage, nigga, doing a little too much. Then he turns around and he like, man, DDG and his brother broke my glasses. I'm out to sue these niggas. They shouldn't have did that. And then,
but you won't call people by their name, but then you want to sue. Well, that's fair. Ain't it? They need to make a law about that. Instigate, per se. Now you want to lure me to fight you, knowing what's gonna push me over the edge, which they shouldn't have beat him up anyways, but yeah, that ain't right.
Just made DDG whole case look a lot worse. Your ex already saying you was being aggressive. Now you out here beating niggas up.
True.
That's making you look aggressive. It's
True.
not looking good. And then it will go from this fight to the messages I was talking about at the start of the video. And these messages that DDG revealed in this court today, in these court documents today, in this order that he was trying to get put against Holly, they is a little wild. Now, over the past few months or maybe months since all of this was going on, DDG was probably plotting, collecting all the info he could before he came out with all of this info. He would file for an emergency motion to stop Holly from taking Halo out of the country. That man was claiming she was too emotionally unstable to be with their kid out of the country and all of this. TMZ wrote this. DDG says the court shouldn't allow this because Holly isn't mentally healthy enough to care for herself and the child. Worries about what she might do if she leaves the court's jurisdiction. DDG provides examples of alleged conducts that he thinks is troubling, claiming that Holly once took his gun and left the house without telling him where she was going. DDG alleges he ultimately found her outside just holding a weapon. He says she was pregnant when the incident went down. He alleges Holly tried to have an abortion behind his back, but says
that is called being unstable, my boy. And once you had that kid, I would have said, do this.
She changed her mind and decided not to go through with it. Then he was saying that 2 months after Halo was born, Holly texted him basically saying she was going to self-end. He quote unquote said this. She was suggesting that our infant son Halo might be home. And then DDG would respond to the whole chip and tooth thing. DDG tells a different story of events, claiming he came to pick up Halo for his custody.
What up, Lockie? What up, Lockie, my boy?
Holly jumped into the back seat.
Exactly, Lockie.
That they come up with a
but you know what? W Lockie, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. W Lockie, that's all I'm about to say.
Formal co-parenting schedule. DDG alleges she became increasingly angry and started jumping from the backseat to hit him. And all her momentum carried her forward and smacked her head on the steering wheel. Not only would he say this, he would also submit evidence that's became public today. These are just some of the
Love you too, baby bro. Look at my son back here.
It's a messages from June 2023. This is what they said.
Yes, sir.
Holly said, that's not right. I gotta go. I've been trying to be nice. I've been calm. I ain't broken your property or anything. I gotta go. She would also say, I'm pregnant and you're trying to cause me to have more stress for no reason. I said this morning, respectfully, I'm not arguing with you no more. Then she said, you want to be petty? You can be petty by yourself. Stop blocking me.
Heavy, baby boy.
Chance you ruin my whole day. I have to work. Your computer is broken now. Goodbye. And she texted again.
Lockie, one of my mods said, what's up, Taylor?
I literally caught you with another
she said, hey.
night, and today you stole my car, all while I'm pregnant. I can't do this no more. I tried to call you to tell you I'm going to the doctor. I'm leaving work. I'm tired, and I tried. Please don't say I didn't tell you when I'm blowing up your phone. Then he would post some more messages. I can't do this if this is how it's gonna be. I wanna be free. Wish you the best in everything that you do in the future. DDG would say, how come you can take my things and I can't take yours? Just give my laptop back and I'll happily give you your car keys. I'll bring you your keys.
What? Laptop and against car keys? Bro, it's just a laptop. Why are you taking somebody's car keys? That's not even equal. It's like a laptop for phone, a laptop for iPad. Car keys? How's that? In what universe is that even? You know what I'm saying? That's nowhere near being even, bro. You better not touch my car keys.
When you get home, just let me know when you home. Then they will go back. Some older message. Holly mad at him. She texting him. Answer the effing phone. Answer the phone. I'm gonna try one more time.
See?
If you don't answer, it's over forever. I'm not playing. DDG would say, I just want to be left alone, please. And she would say back, I'm calling for help. I have a
look, hey,
you don't care.
You see what she doing? You see what she doing? She know how to get to him by threatening her own life and threatening his son's life, pretty much, because she's very unstable. And the court need to really look into this, man. She's an unstable woman. She manipulated, man. You know what I'm saying?
DDG would respond, have a knife for what? Then later on 2022, this was August of 2022, these messages were kind of jumping back and forth. It was just a jumble of messages.
Oh, this the game, Split Gate 2. W Split Gate 2, bro. Look at it. Yes, sir. That's correct. Hey, that's a W game, bro. Splitgate 2.
2022, she would say, I will be successful. I don't need to be with someone who's going to demean
Facts,
me.
Lucky.
Like that I'm insecure. It makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not doing this no more. Keep your phone on airplane mode.
Look at all those
When I
messages
die,
in such a short amount of time. 3 messages 1 minute, 2 messages another minute, 5 messages 1 minute. Yeah, that's a psycho, bro. Yeah.
Don't say nothing. Don't come to my funeral
Nah.
or anything. F you. Be happy that these are the last texts you will get from me. Then some messages will come out
Yeah.
in March of
She on some high school. She on some high school girl stuff right there.
where she was still going. He said, weird, that I've had enough. I don't want to talk to you ever again. Please don't contact me. If you need to contact me, reach out to these other people. She said, I hate you. You are the most horrible person I ever met. I wish
Oh
I
my
didn't have to
God.
fight you, but you continue to let me down every time. You openly flirt and help every other woman in the world but me. You hate me and want me to die. I want to die because of you. Well, the way she was acting, in
That's
some of these
crazy.
videos, she was blaming it on postpartum.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, she was going through.
That's
what
crazy.
she was going through. And then we had, you know, people saying that, you know, DDG was out here cheating. I mean, that's a valid point. She crashing out because you cheating. But these were just some of the messages.
Yeah.
The actual lawsuit here is 91 pages, so long that I can't read everything in one video, but I can go through some of the things.
Yeah, keep it short.
More of them going back and
Prince.
forth, threats getting sent to them. I'm gonna just read you some of these sections from this lawsuit. Section 11 says, Holly habitually used to verbally abuse and profane language.
That's messed up, bro.
You're stupid.
That's messed up.
Bitch. Section 11 says petitioner Holly will frequently demean me by telling me that I'm not enough of a man for her and that these verbal assaults would often occur in the presence of others.
She is
Family
desperate.
members, and most troubling for me, our infant child. Incidents of this nature occurred repeatedly throughout the relationship. Section 12 wrote, despite the instability, petitioner disclosed in or about April of 2023 that she was pregnant with our son. We had multiple conversations of our plans to co-parent together, even though our relationship
Yeah.
had ended.
So the relationship was already over before the baby was born. So they kind of figure why it's been so rocky, because the relationship was already thank you, Lucky, for being that bot. But yeah, that relationship was already over before all this came, before they even had Halo. They was just trying to co-parent. So it kind of makes sense in that.
Despite
With that being
recognizing our
said,
relationship was unstable, I still wanted to move forward with having our child and was prepared to take on that responsibility. At the time, I made it clear to Holly that I would support whatever decision she ultimately made regarding the pregnancy, as long as I was kept informed and included in the process. My only request was to be a part of the decision. Section 13 says, in June of 2023, I discovered that Holly attempted to terminate the pregnancy without my knowledge or consent.
that's messed up.
Regardless of our prior discussions to parent the child together. On or about June 6, 2023, she contacted me complaining that she was bleeding and in pain, and in my effort to assist, I contacted her OBGYN and learned that the petitioner had attempted to abort the baby, but
Jesus.
failed to take the second abortion.
Jesus. So she tried to, low-key, she tried to get rid of Halo, bro. But failed. Now imagine when all this come out. Imagine how her son gonna feel about her. Mama tried to get rid of me, but failed. And that's the only reason why I'm here. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. For real. That's really messed up. And then if she would have able to get rid of him, she would just say, oh, I had a miscarriage. Women be lying, bro. Women be lying for no reason. For real, man. Like, be careful with a woman that you get pregnant, cuz I'm just being real with you. Cuz women be lying, bro. For real.
Section 29. Notably, on August 16, 2024, I documented one such outburst by her as we were leaving the Bruno Mars concert, which we had attended with our son. During this incident, she became upset and demanded we leave. As I was driving home from the concert, she became verbally and emotionally unhinged.
But here's the thing. They already broke up. Why are you still bickering with me, bro? We not together. You feel me?
Of our child, she began to hit me while I was driving the car. He says Holly had no regard for her personal safety or that of their infant son.
Oh,
It also said ended up pulling the car over so that I could de-escalate her volatility. and make sure that we were safe. I recorded her outburst to preserve a record of her behavior.
That's crazy.
It reflected an ongoing pattern of volatility that has continued to jeopardize both my emotional well-being and our son's sense of safety and stability. I'll play this recording during the trial. However, attached here in Exhibit 2 is a true and correct transcript of that recording. Another one, Section 31. Talking about something from this year. It says this: on or about January 18th, 2025, petitioner agreed that I could pick up our son Halo for an overnight visit. However, when I arrived at her residence, she insisted that we formalize a visitation schedule, an issue that had become increasingly contentious due to her repeated pattern of using Halo as a means of control.
Halo in his car seat, well, I said at the beginning of the video, she want to control everything he does and what time he has. And that's why she's trying to schedule. Because you want to run and do what you want to do when you want to do it. But, oh, it's your turn to see Halo. Soon as he, oh, I'm too busy. Oh, you a deadbeat daddy. That's the way women operate. That's the way women operate, man.
Unexpectedly entered the backseat of the vehicle and refused to exit, effectively preventing me from exercising my custodial time. Despite my repeated requests for her to leave the car, she locked herself inside with Halo and grew increasingly agitated. Concerned for my safety and our well-being of our son, I called my mother for guidance on how to proceed. During the incident, she demanded that I talk to her and make a schedule, and then proceeded to strike me from the back seat by launching herself over the center console into the front seat to punch me. As she did so, typical. Her own momentum caused her to hit her head on the steering wheel. At no point did I strike her. In fact, I attempted to shield myself by restraining her arms to prevent further punches. And that was I mean, you can go through that and you can read all of these different things that he put in.
Sounds reasonable though.
This emergency filing, and it's crazy. Now, like I said, I can't go through every single thing.
You're right, Lucky.
That did look bad for her. If he's saying all of this and he submitted it to the courts, if it's true, this don't.
And low key, I feel like DDG was trying to protect her image, but she crashed out. So guess what? I'm pulling out everything. All of the evidence and all the secrets is coming out.
Good. He showed dozens of texts and different examples of proof where she was acting crazy or acting out of pocket. And for some of these situations, postpartum can't be an excuse.
No, it's not an excuse, bro.
Some of these messages from 2022.
That's what I'm saying.
She was wilding, and she wasn't
even pregnant.
Pregnant in 2022.
Exactly. See that?
Crazy situation.
She just likes to crash out. She want to crash out to any links and use postpartum as depression. How you got postpartum before the baby? Prepartum? How? Answer the question. I'm tired of these women, bro.
Doesn't clear DDG either though, because you know he was cheating, he was doing certain things, and she's still saying that, you know, she got this ring camera video proof.
Then break up. Then you don't have to try to assault nobody because they was cheating.
DDG acting crazy. She probably claiming that she got other proof of DDG acting crazy. So just because DDG might have came out and posted these receipts and posted these messages going back years, that don't mean that nigga wasn't doing nothing either. We gotta wait and see what comes out, because she's still saying that ring camera footage is out there. She could drop that, have DDG looking crazy. She could have some other proof having DDG looking crazy. This whole situation is crazy, and with time is gonna unfold, and we gonna see what's gonna come. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what she got in the tuck, what she gonna put out on this man, because something gonna come out. DDG just did all of this. He dropped 94 pages on Holly. She gonna drop something on him. Let me get y'all thoughts in the comments though. And I like that 91 page.
It's a crazy situation going on. I will be here to cover it. W Locky. I know that's right, bro. For real. For real, bro. But till next time, I gotta go take care of my baby boy. It's been your boy Rado Rizzo and my son. And we will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Ow! Press the button, Mason.